Thank you all so much for tuning in to Connect. I'm so excited because today I have a dear friend, if I can call you that.
Yeah, I think we're there now.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Brandon Winfield in the studio. If he looks familiar, you may have seen him on Atlanta Tech Edge with me a few years ago, and also his dad's kind of a big deal, and has also been a guest on Connect. So it's it's just really cool when we get to have guests like you on.
Thank you.
And I was hanging out on Facebook like I do, and all of a sudden I see this new thing you're working on and this new page, and I was like, boom, we've got to cover this.
Yes.
So what's going on in your life?
So currently a lot's going on in my life, and I guess we could start from the beginning is that we ended up rebranding Perks as iAccess.
Okay.
We felt that the name would be more inclusive to everybody and the demographic that we're trying to reach.
Okay.
Perks started off as something that was a little bit closer to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this project still is, but it felt like something, when you have a disability, you get these kind of perks for, being accommodated for things. So iAccess would include families, anybody with a short-term disability. We wanted to make sure that everybody felt included in what we were doing.
Wow.
So we rebranded as iAccess.
iAccess.
We brought on some new people, advisors, and my CIPO, Saeed. We ended up partnering with a company called Kiwi Tech.
Okay.
And that was really good for us. They have a lot of credibility in the tech industry, and they got us set up with some people, and now here we are. I quit my job a few weeks ago. I dove in completely,
You're
no
in
salary, anything. Yeah,
You're
I'm committed to the whole tech world now, and it's going well, actually. It's going really well. Never been happier.
Oh, well, you know that I live, breathe, eat startups and want to help you and startups in any way I can. So we're going to have the link below. And what is the website?
www.iaccess.life.
www.iaccess.life.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so cool. All right, so what is the premise, the mission? What is iAccess aiming to do?
So that's a lot of things, honestly.
Yeah.
And we've had to narrow it down to an MVP, of course, because we can't go too crazy.
I know.
Bombard everybody with everything. But essentially, the whole purpose of iAccess is to revolutionize accessibility. That's our overall goal. And that's by providing a platform of accessibility ratings of venues and locations that people attend. It's kind of hard for us to get this information without having to call people in, and you don't know if that information that you're getting is credible, So what we're providing is a platform for people with like-minded mobility impairments to go in, rate, review, let everybody know what's going on at these locations so people can know before they go.
So iAccess.life, obviously you can get to it from a mobile device by going to that website in your mobile browser. Is there also an app, or is that in the works?
Yeah, so the app, like I said, we started partnering with Kiwi Tech.
Yep.
We got our first little round of funding that's going to secure development actually yesterday, so that's good news. And
Nice.
We'll be starting development next week. iAccess.life right now is kind of just a holding place for us. It's a website so you can learn more about us.
It's great. Landing pages are great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we just want people to mostly come to the app because a lot of people with mobility impairments, they're going to need their hands to do things. And so it's got to be quick. Get on it, rate, review, get out. You don't have time to be downloading or uploading a website, getting there, clicking through pages, so on and so forth.
Yeah, nobody has any time for anything these days.
No, we don't.
It's got to be quick. What is your biggest need right now, or what are your biggest needs? If people could volunteer or fundraise, or certain skill sets you're looking for to complete the team, how can we help?
So we are in the beginning stages, and there's a lot of holes that we could fill. Right now we're trying to move slow a little bit, take things step by step and not get too far ahead of ourselves. So we're at the stage right now where we're raising funding. We got some of it done, but we're looking to close our seed round at $250K.
Okay.
And that's going to be an 18-month burn rate of merchandising, print media, digital media, all that stuff, development, fixes along the way. So right now we're at that. We're looking to broaden our content and marketing.
Yeah.
So that's always good. I've never been that great at writing content and making it pretty. And making
I don't know. I follow you on Twitter. It's entertaining to me.
It is. It's personal.
I
Need to keep it. I guess business is a little bit different for me, and making sure everything's spelled correctly in grammar, and making sure that we're getting the right message across. Essentially, getting our branding down, essentially. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We also want to start doing a little video vlog series a little bit, so people follow us along with this journey. So if there's any video people out there, editors, anybody can cut and splice stuff, let's get together and let's work and make some cool things.
I think we might know some people.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. And I also live, eat, breathe, sleep content, video, branding, marketing, and it's so incredibly powerful when what you're doing is meaningful. And what you're doing is meaningful, and people will naturally gravitate towards it. You know what I mean? You're not selling avocados. It's not insurance. Like, it's accessibility.
Exactly. And that's just, what I always try to do is be as authentically me as I can be. I come to meetings and other interviews and things like that. I want people to buy into me and who I am. And that's kind of the lifestyle and the branding that I want to sell with iAccess. My injury, I knew what I was doing was dangerous, and I knew the consequences of what could happen. A lot of people that get hurt, they were doing things they shouldn't have been doing. They're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So what iAccess is, it's supposed to give people, their life back. I saw a lot of people in rehabilitation that had kind of given up and didn't know where to go. And we kind of want iAccess to be a tool for, getting back into life and not having to feel like you may be a burden to people around you or going someplace and getting stuck, Wow. We want people just to know before they go, feel comfortable, and seek new adventures stress-free.
I love that. Are there any corporate partnerships that would be a dream to secure?
Actually, yeah, quite a few. We definitely would love to work with Lyft. There's a lot of people out there that can't drive yet, so it'd be awesome to partner with Lyft, have them work with people that are in wheelchairs and have them kind of trained on that to help, get them in the car and whatever it may be. Airbnb, there's tons of houses out there. Hotels are cool, but I feel like an Airbnb is like more personal, intimate kind of place to stay, and it would be awesome if we could find accessible houses for people to stay at and go on vacation and do things like that. Ticketmaster, we would love to work with LinkedIn and provide jobs for people with disabilities, because that's such a, there's a big gap in that as well.
Wow. Well, awesome that you just said all that, because let's, send this video to people in innovation at those companies.
3CI.
Yeah.
By instance.
yeah, we're talking to you, people watching and listening. You can reach out to Brandon and make some big things happen and open doors for people that otherwise wouldn't. What is the best way to get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me by my email at brandon@iaccess.life, or you can reach out at info@iaccess.life as well, and we'll respond either way.
Sweet. I'll have that information below. If you could have one ask this week, what would it be? Like the one, I want to solve that this week.
That's tough, honestly.
I know.
I never even asked that question. All right,
I just thought about it.
I guess that's why we're here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my one ask this week would be to secure all the funding. That would just take a whole lot of weight off my shoulders. As black and white as that is, if we could secure funding this week and just continue pushing this thing, because I know the way that we're branding this and the way that we're trying to make this a lifestyle app and not so much of a, come here just to see what you can do, you feel like you're in a wheelchair kind of thing. The way that we want to brand it and get it out there to people, I know it'll take off. I'm part of the community, and I know that we need this ourselves. And so if I can convey that message to everybody else through, our marketing dollars and things like that, and hiring the right content people and making videos and doing all that stuff, I just know that this thing will take off, because there's no need not to have it. Everybody can use this.
And you're looking for 250K.
250K.
Okay, that's not crazy.
Not crazy. It's just a little seed round. We'll seed friends and family, and it'll get us going for 18 months too. So that's not bad at all.
Great. Have you thought about doing a GoFundMe or a Quick Starter or?
A little bit. I tried that in the past and wasn't very good at it myself. I hear there's some tricks and tips that you need to know about it.
There's a way to game the system, which can probably be frustrating when you have a really good idea and need to game it.
Exactly. Back when I was doing it, I was young and I was kind of like, why aren't people just coming to this? This is a great idea. Everybody says they love it, but they're not putting any money to it.
Right.
But that was on me as far as branding and doing the things that I needed to do. And, in the past 2 years, I've kind of taken those steps with myself personally and my self-development, and everything has kind of fallen into place since then. So maybe I do need to give that another try, look into a little bit more and try that again.
I'd give it a think, and I'll just throw out an ask on your behalf. If you're watching this and you have had success with a GoFundMe or Quick Starter, reach out to Brandon and tell him the tricks, because this is a great idea, and it's 250K. If 250,000 people give $1, boom, done, we're done. It's easy.
And we're almost there. We're not even starting from scratch either.
So that's great. That's great.
We're off to a head start a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out some advice too. Are you a part of any Facebook groups of people that have accessibility issues?
Of course, definitely.
Okay, great.
Kayaking with disabilities, spinal cord peer-to-peer, like helping people out. More of those groups are for people that are just getting injured and don't know what's going on. And a lot of the stuff that you see on the surface with spinal cord injuries is just the fact that we have a hard time getting around or we can't stand up. But in reality, there's a whole bunch of medical things and pain and stuff that comes along with that. And the crazy thing about the nervous system and the spinal cord is that it's different for everybody. I know somebody that's been injured at the same level that I am, same exact kind of injury. I can't feel my legs, but he can feel his, he just can't walk. So he has to deal with pain and things like that as well. And it's so weird. So it's more of those groups like to support and talk about things and reach out and ask questions. But like I'm definitely linked in there. I've been putting my stuff out there like, hey, iAccess is coming. I know everybody wants to go out, have fun, live their life. So we get a lot of great feedback. We get people that just reach out, and I honestly reach out to people when I'm out in the community too, and I see someone like, hey, like here's my card, check us out, here's what we're trying to do, and everybody's like, this is such a great idea, like we need this information, like why isn't this there? And like, well, we're bringing it. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
It's coming soon. I am so excited. Obviously, want to help you in any way that I can. Everybody who watches Connect and is watching right now, make sure if you have some, light bulb ideas for Brandon, you reach out too. Let's get this idea live. Brandon, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure.
Always. Thank you,
to see
Tanya.